Well, good evening and welcome to the Dad and Lad podcast, Texas A&M review and the Purdue preview. All sorts of good things to share tonight. Thank you for joining us. Again, it's been a rough couple days, rough week, recovering from Saturday. But hey, we're thankful that you're here and that you're joining us. If you're watching on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe, give us a thumbs up, give us a share, hit that notification bell so you know when we go live. Typically Wednesday nights, we'll be talking about the game prior and the game ahead. Also on Facebook, give us a share, give us a like. We would appreciate it. If you have any questions, any comments, concerns about Notre Dame football, the Dad and Lab podcast, go ahead and put that comment in there and we will just answer those as they come in. Oh, wow. Well, here we are, Micah, 0-2, Notre Dame football after being national runner-up last year. Micah, just give me your initial thoughts as we get started here.
On A&M?
Just the state of Notre Dame football.
Chris Ash needs to go.
Man.
That's my only thing.
Our defense is asinine. That's what I got. So I don't disagree with you. Rewinding 3 years when Al Golden came on board, out of the gate, some questions. Obviously, there were some things they were trying to figure out, but you could tell we were playing with speed. We weren't overthinking. You could see that we were working up to something bigger. With a new defensive coordinator who said, hey, I'm here to run Notre Dame's defense. I'm not here to bring my own. I'm here to tweak and enhance. I feel like we've started from scratch. It feels like we're running a whole new system. Our defenders are thinking too much. They're not even lined up before the snap. There's all sorts of communication happening before the play, which is fine as long as we're settling in. The problem is we're not settling in. So it's a bit of a disaster, in my opinion. I'll just say it, if Al Golden was our defensive coordinator, we'd be 2-0 right now. It's that simple. We trust Marcus Freeman, right? Mm-hmm. He made this hire. He's also going to have to own this hire for better or worse. We are praying, I don't know, maybe we're praying that this works out, that everybody's just getting their ducks in a row and we can become that fast, velocity-filled defense that we've seen in the past. Unfortunately, that is not coming to be. One thing before we dive in, this Saturday's game will tell us how the rest of the season is going to go. If we win by 4 scores, as long as it's 52-21, okay, I think we're on the right track. If it's a barn burner, friends, I don't know what to expect the rest of this season. Hopefully we win, even if it's a barn burner. But if it is, this Purdue team, which we'll get into, just they're not good. Let's be honest. They have to rebuild a lot. They brought in 50-something individuals in the transfer portal. So that being said, let's talk about our experience at Texas A&M. First of all, it was fantastic to be back in the stadium. I just want to give credit to the Notre Dame faithful. That's one of the best atmospheres we've been a part of. And until the last second, we were standing, we were cheering. My voice is just coming back to Micah's as well. We're thankful for that. Notre Dame put their best foot forward as far as, the fireworks and the pregame flyover with some big old helicopters. That was awesome. Video board was used to a T. It was perfect. Notre Dame set the table for a huge night. We had 70-something recruits there, both in the 26 and 27 class. So a lot of exciting things going into that game. Micah, catching up with some of the people that sit around us in our seats. It was good to see some people we haven't seen since last football season. We sit around largely the same group of people every year. Did see some new faces. It was good to see everybody. So the atmosphere Saturday night, what do you think of it, Micah?
It was very loud. I don't think it was louder than Indiana.
Yeah.
But I think it was louder than Ohio State in 23, 22?
22. That was 23.
23.
Yeah.
I think it was louder than that.
I had a headache in the first quarter.
Yeah.
I thought my head was going to pop off. It didn't, but I thought it might. So, yeah, it was one of the loudest games I've been to. One thing to note, for those of you that might be attending a game this season, again, the first year Notre Dame has sold alcohol to the common man in the stadium. The one thing I noticed, Micah, bathroom lines are about 4 times as long as they normally are. I tried to go in the middle of the third quarter. And
on a TV timeout.
2.5, 3.5 minutes, and the line was forever long. And that was honestly not the case before. You go during a TV timeout, you're getting in and out, you're back in your seat before the action starts again. So just something to note, just be prepared for that if you are entering Notre Dame Stadium this year, partaking in the adult beverages or not. Just be prepared to wait. Okay, so honestly, we couldn't have started any better. Is it late? Are you tired?
I don't know.
Man, you just yawned. Wake up. I'm kind of tired. I'm not going to lie. Before we get to that, sorry. Last week, we did not go live to preview the Texas A&M game Wednesday night following the events that took place in our country. I mean, litany of things. We felt it best to have some family time, talk about who we are, why we stand for what we stand for, and how we can encourage others through the tragedies that took place a week ago. So if you give us a little grace, we appreciate that. But we're back in the saddle now. So again, back to the Texas A&M game, one of the best starts.
Wow.
You couldn't ask for anything better. 3 and out, Logan Thomas, block punt. How'd you feel?
It was crazy.
It was crazy. Did we hug? I felt like we hugged. We were darn close to hugging. No,
he was high five.
It was pretty exciting, though. Not gonna lie. Yeah, everybody was in it. How could we go wrong at that time? So again, couldn't ask for any better a start. The offense certainly did its part in this game. We'll just say that right out of the gate. CJ Carr is the man. He is the future. And if we can just get a shred of defense back to where it was the last 3 years, we'll go 10-0. I'm not afraid of that. So yeah, just a few items of note. CJ Carr, 62.5% passing. Again, his first game in Notre Dame Stadium. You can't ask more from a redshirt freshman. Marcel Reed, on the other hand, on the other side of on the other sideline, 46% passing for 360 yards. What? How does that even happen? Well, we'll tell you how that happens. It's a defense that doesn't know what they're doing.
Zone coverage.
They don't know how to play zone. Let's be honest. Let's just stick to man. The one thing I'll say, Leonard Moore is still a stud. He even rolled his ankle. He's a little questionable for this week, but Leonard Moore still did his part.
Drake Bowen
was hitting
flying
hard. You could tell he was angry. He was playing angry. I'll give Drake Bowen some props. While we're talking about it, Adon Schuler, he had a few whiffs out there, but he was our leading tackler with 7 tackles, 3 solo. A stat that stood out to me, Tay Johnson. First of all, he had a bang up game. He recovered the punt block and took it into the end zone. That was huge. But also he had 6 tackles, all 6 of them solo. If Adon Schuler is out this week, I got to imagine Tay Johnson's going to be starting in his spot.
Probably be him and Jalen Stroman.
Yep. Stroman, a few quick comments on him.
Tackling.
Again, still, he's enormous and he hits, but we've seen it. He takes odd angles. I don't know if he's just not used to Notre Dame Stadium. I mean, the field's still the same size, but he's been taking goofy angles that have put him in a compromised position out of the gate. So Jalen Stroman, again, I think he's going to be fantastic for us, but he's got to get some things straightened out there, and that might be a credit to yawning again. I see, man, young buck here is tired. again, just overthinking, maybe finding himself in the wrong spot when the play develops. And that's where you see that. But Tate Johnson, on the other hand, he's just playing with reckless abandon. That's about the closest I've seen to Kyle Hamilton since Kyle Hamilton moved on. He's rangy. He can anticipate. I mean, he is the future of the safety position, and there's more coming. That's what's exciting about that. But yeah, back to Leonard Moore, just still a stellar cornerback. Christian Gray, on the other hand, had a rough game. He's dealing with a shoulder that it sounds like it's going to be something that's ongoing. He's already got a brace on it, and then it was tweaked during that first half there. So, I don't know what the answer is there. Leave that to Chris Ash to figure out. But some other stats that stuck out to me, Micah, our running game, again, stellar. We didn't run for 250 yards, 300 yards, but the yards we got were timely. Both Jadarian Price and Jeremiah Love had over 4 yards a carry. Jadarian Price almost 6 yards a carry. And they had 3 touchdowns between the 3 of them. Tell me, when Jeremiah Love went on that wheel route out to the wide side, we saw it coming from a mile away. CJ Carr floated that ball up just a little long. Oh my gosh, what a snag.
Yeah, it's a good catch.
Yeah. In stride too. Like he didn't break stride. That's what blows my mind. A lower tiered running back is going to have to collect himself after he catches it. But thankfully, since he didn't break stride, yawns a lot over here. Oh boy. It's not that bad, I promise. Anyway, Travis Hensley, Tate wearing that Jeff Burris number 9. Well, Jeff Burris, man, that's my time there. Travis, nice time. Sorry. He was a stud. He's a stud back in the day. Had a fine career in the NFL as well. Also, as far as receiving goes, Eli Raridan had the most yards, 85 yards on 4 receptions. Malachi Fields, again, wide receiver number one. That guy's a man. He is a man. He is a beast out there. Anything stick out to you, Micah?
I think Greathouse needs the ball more.
Yeah.
I think he's been open on multiple plays where Fields or Faison haven't been open, and Carr is kind of just looking at them.
And again, Carr will get more comfortable. He's already distributing the ball well to multiple receivers. I know there was one play where Will Pauling was wide open down the middle of the field. It would have been a touchdown, a 50, 60-yard touchdown. But again, Carr was looking off to the right, and that's okay. That stuff happens. But as far as offense goes, again, Jeremiah Love, obviously they're trying to get him involved in many ways. Let's talk about the Leprechaun or the Wildcat, as it would be referred.
Horrible. Besides that last
It was horrible until it wasn't.
Yeah.
Had a few TFLs, tackle for losses on those. But then, that one third down that we needed, or was a fourth down, forgive me. We got 7 or 8 yards out of it. And, if Denbrock wants to go ahead and make that a part of the package, that's great. I don't think we need to run it 7 or 8 times a game. But
if you're going to do that, you got to make like a trick play out of it.
Have to, you're going to bounce that out to Carr at some point, like a Philly special without the Philly, basically. But I can see Denbrock working up to something when that's needed. Again, Denbrock called a great game, in my opinion. We saw great growth in the offense. If you're scoring 34 points on offense, 6 points on special teams, there's no reason why a team of Notre Dame's caliber shouldn't win the game. But alas, here we are. Let's talk about Mario Craver. Oh my gosh. 207 yards on 7 receptions, an average of 29.6.
The only reason he got those yards is because zone coverage. That's
zone.
The only
got in the soft spot of the zone. Got in the soft spot of the zone.
He got moves on all of our DBs.
He's quick, and we missed tackles. Tackles. Casey Concepcion, again, they're really their number 1 receiver. Still had a great night. Only 4 receptions, but 82 yards at 20 yards a clip. So,
Mario Craver's thing, 30 yards average.
Unbelievable. Like that is unheard of for a Notre Dame defense ever since. 2017, we got rid of Brian Van Gorder. We brought in Mike Elko, who kind of set a new standard in 2017 for what Notre Dame defense was going to be. Then Clark Lee took over for the next couple of years, kind of kept that same mantra. Then Marcus Freeman came in for a year, and just a little hiccup out of the gate for him, but that locked in. Then Al Golden. We've just seen 8 years of consistent defensive play from the Fighting Irish of Notre Dame, and this is just so out of character. I have to believe, before we move on, Marcus Freeman's press conference on Monday, he's not one to throw his coaching tree under the bus. He's not one to throw players under the bus, so he's going to protect them in a public setting. But I have to imagine what's going on behind the scenes, on the other hand, is completely different. I shared this with you the other night, Micah. I have no knowledge inside the room. This is just me thinking. My thoughts. The players, when Al Golden left, wanted Mike Mickens, the defensive back coach, to be the DC. For whatever reason, maybe Freeman didn't think he was just quite ready to call games yet. He went out and got Chris Ash. I don't feel like this defensive unit is buying in to what Chris Ash is selling. They're not scooping what he's pooping, in other words. It just doesn't make sense. There's too much talent that even through confusion, that talent and that explosiveness and that athleticism should supersede confusion. So there again, behind the scenes, I don't know what's going on. If Freeman's going to kind of put his stamp on it a little bit more.
He said something about that.
Let's do it.
About watching the defense a little more and what they're calling.
He has to, as the head coach, he's got to own that. And if he needs to delegate some responsibilities off the field, on the field, whatever that is, let's do it. Because we can't afford another stumble, and we still have 10 games and we got to run the table. Micah, getting to the end of the game there. Here it is. And obviously we're going to have to wrap this up soon because the lad here is super sleepy and he might fall asleep soon, but we're still recovering from Saturday. Let's be honest when it comes down to it.
Yeah. But people would not stop asking me about it Monday at school. It was bad.
Work was just as rough. Yeah. It's frustrating. Well, I don't know. What do you say when kids, again, we're 15 miles southwest of South Bend, so we're within proximity. Naturally, people are Notre Dame fans around here, but I also know there's plenty who do not like Notre Dame. Were you getting questions from Notre Dame fans, or were you getting guff from non-Notre Dame fans at school?
Both. I usually win the arguments, though.
Do you?
Like 99% of the time.
As you should. You should be well prepared.
Yes.
I appreciate that. Good.
Elite ball knowledge.
You know ball. Yeah. At least be loving in your conversation. Do your best. Okay. So it gets down again. We score to go up 40-34. And poor boy, Tyler Buckner. Fumble Ruski.
Did not think I'd see Buckner losing us games in 2025.
Nope. Not at all. And how many people around us in the stadium said that 1 point's going to come back to bite us?
A lot.
And didn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And didn't it? He got all sorts of FaceTime after that. Unfortunately, I feel for the kid. What is he, 22, 23 years old? He does bring about something special if a play breaks down, to where I saw that probably fourth string tight end breaking left when Tyler
he tried
Buckner,
a no-look pass.
He tried. And he probably hasn't thrown a ball in game since spring practice, most likely. And that sucker sailed left. Like
it was bad.
When you're running out the same direction as the receiver, your throw, the way you aim, is directly at the receiver. Then your momentum will carry the ball along with the receiver. And unfortunately, I think he just understated that, and that sucker wide left. But so there was a little bit of hope there for a second, and then we'll talk about that final drive as they came back. Texas A&M again, third down efficiency for Texas A&M. They were 4 of 11. That's 36%. 3 of those third down conversions were on that last drive. One because of a penalty, and super frustrating. So a little bit of credit to the defense. They were holding fast on third down. When we got them in third down, we locked them up for the most part. But when it counted, so much for that. So that being said, got down to the end, final play, had to shut him down. Drake Bowen in coverage on the tight end.
He just overshot the tight end. He was like, I think he had him, and then he kind of just ran past him.
You talking about
the last play? On that
Drake Bowen. Yeah, he just wasn't in position to make a play on that ball. He's in position to make a tackle. That was fine. But when you're in the end zone, you got to make a play on the ball. And he was just, he wasn't on his hip. And, you could point all sorts of fingers there. And then you just pray for a miracle that they missed the extra point, or
I thought they did for a second.
It was close. It was close. We had a little gasp from the audience, but not so much. And then obviously we got 6 seconds left to return a kick. And unfortunately, I maybe later in the year.
But you got to think there's also a pass interference on that last drive on Micah Fields.
Oh, yeah, totally.
And a holding call on that touchdown.
Yeah, poor Donovan Heinisch. And everybody said that is a play that has to be called 100% of the time, and the refs missed it. Now, Micah, you play sports, right? What do I always say when calls don't go your way?
I don't really remember.
We don't worry about it. That's loser mentality. We're not going to worry about what the refs do. We're going to worry about what we can control in a game. And
when they're calling the whole game like that, though,
even if I know it's frustrating. Trust me, I've been a Notre Dame fan my whole life, and I've seen referee biases my entire life. But I don't know, maybe 10, 15 years ago, I finally just let that go. I'm still going to be angry about it. Don't get me wrong. But I'm not going to blame a loss on a referee. We have, again, in this game, we had 7 to 8 opportunities to where we could have capitalized and didn't, whether it be on defense or offense. And we didn't.
Was it like 3 dropped interceptions?
3 dropped interceptions.
One on
on that last drive, that would have been it. Oh, shades of Ohio State 2023 all over again.
DJ Brown.
Oh my gosh. Love you, DJ Brown. Don't ever come back. You can come back to hang out, but don't play. Good kid. Great kid. I'm sorry. I've never met him, but I'm sure he's a good kid. Anyway, that happened. Stood there in silence. Texas A&M fans were rowdy. There was a lot of them. Yeah, they were all cool for the most part. We had a couple behind us and a random Alabama fan. I don't know where he came from, but again, they were cool the whole game.
Would not stop talking about the spread.
Man, you guys, let me talk about that real quick. Get on a soapbox. I personally have never gotten into sports betting. I stress out enough with Notre Dame football. The last thing I need to stress out about is my bank account when it comes to Notre Dame football. I want to embrace the simplicity and the childlike nature of enjoying sports. And you get money involved in that. And again, each to their own. It brings about a whole new level of interaction that you might not have had otherwise. But I stay away from it. Just appreciate the game for what it is. But these guys, man, every play, this is the spread. We're gonna get the spread, and talk about other games and stuff like that. Like I'm just worried about the game, man. But anyway, enough about that. So we're dead silent. We couldn't even hear the alma mater that the band was playing.
I didn't even know they started.
Yeah, the Texas A&M fans were so loud, and hey, more power to them. They came in and took care of business. But I kind of wondered if the mics weren't on the band, because they're mic'd. And normally you would hear that. I wonder if that was just missed, again, first home game, because you could not hear the band playing the alma mater, to the point to where some people thought they didn't even play it, but they certainly did. So Micah, talk about the long walk to the car and the ride home. What happens after a loss?
It's very quiet. Listening to post game the whole time.
Yep. Listen to everybody complain.
Yeah.
It's not a fun ride home. It takes about 25 minutes with traffic to get to our house. And it's, yeah, always a quiet ride home. But here we are, 0-2. Micah, let's turn the page. I turned the page Sunday afternoon, I'll be honest. Went into church on Sunday morning, and my father-in-law said, "Man, Chris, you don't look so happy." And he knows why. But he also reminded me, in all his wisdom, he said, "Chris, last week was a long week, and it's just a football game. And if there was ever a time that kind of hit home, that was Sunday." So that kind of reframed my heart and mind, and I was able to move past it. And we look forward to Purdue. And again, how this game goes Saturday will define the rest of our season. Micah, let's talk about Purdue. What do you know about Purdue?
Nothing.
They suck.
Yeah.
That's
well,
what
they
I
put
know.
up 21 on USC.
On USC. So is USC that good?
They're
Probably
averaging
not.
like 60 points a game.
Well, they also played nobody. They played William and Mary, Sisters of the Holy Cross, and they probably played my grandma's dog at some point. So my grandma's dog's dead, and I don't even know if she ever had a dog. But nevertheless, USC hasn't played anybody. Is Purdue that good to stay that close? I think it's a combination of the two. USC is, again, they're 3-0, but they haven't played anybody. Hence the reason they are ranked 25th. And the Notre Dame Fighting Irish are ranked 24th, even though they're 0-2. They've lost to 2 top 10 teams by 4 points. So probably the best winless team in the country right now, if I had to say so. So Purdue's coming into town, again, 2-1. Their 2 wins were against no-namers as well. Same thing happened last year. They played Indiana State, smoked them, and then we went in and cleaned house. Micah, tell me if I'm wrong. It shouldn't be any different this year.
No. I'm probably going to change my score prediction, though.
Yeah.
By a lot. Probably like 42-14.
14? I hope it's only 14, honestly. Yeah, it should be a 4-score game at minimum, and hopefully some of Purdue scores come when we have our second and third stringers in getting some playing time.
I really think if they score 30 or more, Chris Ash is gone.
I don't disagree with you that he should be gone if they score more than 30 points. But that puts a program into a tailspin that might not be necessary. Now, he might be going behind the scenes. Mm-hmm. Again, revoke his play calling. He can organize whatever, clean helmets for all I care. Or he could prove us wrong, and we go around and we're flying high on Saturday, and we say, okay, maybe there's a little hope. I just wonder what's going on behind the scenes. Is that hope because of changes, or is that hope because, okay, players are starting to catch on? I got to believe it's the former, that it's changes. But, yeah, should not be close. Again, 50 players out of the transfer portal over to Purdue. So credit to their new coach for getting guys to come over there for an opportunity. But I will venture to say there's going to be more action in the tailgating lots, being that you have 2 in-state schools. So a lot of people in South Bend went to Purdue, graduated from Purdue. Some of our family went to Purdue. The last of the Dad and Lad podcast wants to go to Purdue to be a vet tech, Macy. Mm-hmm. So trying to talk her to coming on here for women's basketball when that time comes, but might take some convincing. But nevertheless, so yeah, score prediction. You want to say that again?
42-14.
42-14. I'm hoping for, again, if we can put up 34 on Texas A&M, we should be above 50 against Purdue. And if we can hold them, if we're above 50 and they're under 21, I'll take that. Again, with some of those scores coming on some scrubs. But yeah, so all that being said, if it's a close game, I mean, let's be honest, entering into the game, it's going to be a graveyard in there. It's going to be so quiet. Yeah.
Maybe the students aren't even going to be loud.
No, it's going to take this team coming out fired up. The team can help that out. Their play can help that out. And honestly, if you get up 21-0, okay, that crowd will be back into it, but it's going to take some work. And I just hope we can weather that storm. I'll certainly be doing my part, nevertheless, but so will you, because we don't waste any seats in Notre Dame Stadium, do we?
Nope.
Fantastic. Well, any other thoughts, Micah, before we wrap up tonight?
Spencer Schrader.
Yeah, we're going there, huh?
Yep.
We're talking some Colts football.
Yep.
How about them Colts? Man, I wasn't expecting that. They're playing some ball.
Yes. Daniel Jones for MVP.
What in the world is going on? I don't even know. Well, yeah, we'll see how that goes. Thankfully, he got his name at Notre Dame. Mr. Spencer Schrader did. But looking forward to what the Colts
Brandon
do.
Aubrey.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, Brandon Aubrey, for those of you who don't know, Brandon Aubrey is the place kicker for the Dallas Cowboys. Didn't play football at Notre Dame. He played soccer, graduated, went into business or whatever, and then somehow he scored a deal with the Cowboys to kick, and that guy is now, I think he's the best kicker in the league.
Yeah.
Now that Justin Tucker's on his way and Harrison Butker has had some times.
Is Notre Dame kicker you now?
I would.
Blake Grupe.
Blake Grupe, he's a captain.
Really?
Yeah, Blake Grupe's a captain for the Saints. So maybe we're getting there.
I think we're kicker.
I'll take it.
Kicker you, DBU, linebacker you.
DBU's got some work to do. We are getting there. We're working there.
Well, maybe not linebacker you.
What do you think of Benjamin Morrison the other night?
Looked good.
Pretty good. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's crazy how, I mean, he's not short, but in the NFL,
he's short.
He looks short. Yeah. But he's smart. He's rangy, and that'll serve him well.
Watt's getting his first pick. Too.
Watts is the man. He's about to be a captain next year for the Falcons. I guarantee you. That guy. How much do we miss Mr. Xavier Watts?
A lot.
This much. Anyway. Well, it's about time we wrap up, Micah. Again, thank you so much for joining us tonight for a quick review and preview of the A&M game and the Purdue game. Again, if you're listening to the podcast, thank you. We appreciate that. Go ahead and subscribe, rate, and review us. That helps us get our word out. Hits on other people's timelines or feeds. And all that being said, I'm the dad.
And I'm the lad.
And you're listening to the Notre Dame, or pardon me, it's late. We need to go to bed. You're listening to the Dad and Lad podcast. Have a great week.